I was thinking, I've actually never done a favourites video before. How on earth have I managed to get away with that? Who knows, if anyone watches this, I will do another one. So yeah, welcome to my April favourites. So I'm going to start with some beauty type favourites first. The first couple are skincare. So I've got the Origins Plant-Scription Anti-Aging Power Serum and the Origins Cheeks and Balances Frothy Face Wash. I've never used any Origins skincare before, so it was really nice to try something new. I also quite veer away from using anything with kind of a frothy foaming thing, but I actually really like this. I've been using both of these in my morning routine. When I move these, the background seems to move. That's weird. So yeah, I've been using both of these in my morning routine. The Origins face wash is really nice. It's got kind of like a sort of herbal smell to it, which I've really enjoyed using in the morning because it does have kind of a wake me up. And what I really like about it as well is, even though it's kind of, I wouldn't even say foaming, I think frothy is kind of a good thing. It's very creamy, and then it comes to a slight froth on your face when you add water and flannel it off. I don't feel like it sort of stripped my skin at all, which is always my concern about frothing face washes. The Plant-Scription serum is really nice. It's really calming on my face in the morning. So yeah, really pleased with both of those. Next, on the beauty side of things is Gwen Stefani Harajuku Lovers perfume. I love Gwen Stefani perfume, and she stopped making it. Gwen, what? And then I was in Debenhams just before my birthday and noticed a display with a new kind of pop art range of Harajuku Lovers perfume. So obviously begged that to go on my birthday list, and I did get a giant bottle off Dan. As ever, it's super cute. It's got a little Gwen Stefani doll on the front, on the top, and it smells, this particular one, the G one, smells like coconut. It's gorgeous. I love kind of gourmand edible fragrances, and I really need to sort out what's... Okay, how's that song? Woohoo! Okay, brief break there to stop my camera going insane. So yeah, I love the coconutty kind of summery smell of this, and it's become my kind of go-to daytime perfume at the moment. Love. Thank you, Gwen. Please don't go away again. Really hoping for more of this. Next on the beauty list is this Bobbi Brown palette, which I believe is the Deluxe Lip and Eye palette. I've actually had this since Christmas, and I don't think it's available anymore. But the reason I've included it in my favourites is I hadn't really used any Bobbi Brown makeup until just before Christmas, when I went along to a bloggers event, and I've become totally converted. You'll have seen some in my American haul video that I'll pop a link here for it, because I absolutely adore the stuff now. And this eyeshadow palette, which I haven't used the lip stuff so much, but those shadows, oh my, they are so good. It's just a really, this slides out nicely. It's a really beautiful nude palette of shadows. And I use it pretty much every day, and you can see I'm hitting pan quite seriously. So as soon as those are gone, I will be replacing those, absolutely no question. So my wearing favourite for this month is actually what I'm wearing now. Yeah, so graceful. It's a dress from M&S, but I'll do a little cutaway now so you can see it properly. I really love this dress, and good old M&S coming up trumps yet again. It's got the perfect fit and flare shape. I love things that knit me in at the waist. I really like the kind of ombre dip dye, and it's just a really cheerful colour with like little broderie anglaise flowers. So I've already worn it a couple of times. You'll see it in one of my weekly vlogs in action as well. So thumbs up to M&S for that one. Okay, so veering away from fashion and beauty to the sort of playing section of my favourites. I'm a bit of a gamer girl. I do love to have a play on some video games. And this month I have been playing and have just completed the original Bioshock. Played Bioshock Infinite last year, I think. Really loved it. I've never played the original Bioshock games. Dan managed to get me the remastered versions for PS3 of the original 2 games. Not played the second one yet because I'm playing something else at the moment now, which I'm sure will feature in my next month's monthly videos. I'm a bit of a scaredy cat and was a bit frightened this might have kind of Silent Hill levels of jump scares. It's definitely really creepy, but the story is so good, and Rapture is this amazing world that you get to enter and explore. And yeah, it's creepy but not scary. I was absolutely fine. I didn't have like nightmares. If by any chance, like me, you'd missed out on Bioshock, it's aged really well. It's actually a really old game. But yeah, I think it's aged really well. Really enjoyed it. I'm not one for first person shooters usually, but it's the difficulty level's not too bad. So yes, loved that. Okay, so my next playing favourite may lose me a couple of followers because it's definitely a bit of a guilty pleasure. But you know what? I don't actually believe in guilty pleasures. I kind of believe if you enjoy something, you may as well talk about it and be proud of it. So I've been playing a lot of the Kardashian game. Yeah, some slight, you know, it's not intellectual, it's not going to change the world, but it's really addictive. I have refrained from spending any money, so it just goes to show you that, you know, if you're willing to take things slow and steady, freemium games can be free. Do you know what? You get to choose cute outfits and spend your money on designer clothes and go to photo shoots and try and make friends with Kim Kardashian, which I'm not saying is, you know, necessarily what I want to do in real life. I mean, I don't know. I've not met Kim Kardashian. I don't know what she's actually like as a person. But as a game, it's really enjoyable. It's light, it's fluffy, it's colourful. There's nice clothes. You can spend virtual money on shoes. It's a bit weird because, you know, I'm not sure that Kim Kardashian quite grasps what real world economy is like, because you can fly to Miami in the game for about $70, but a tank top costs about $5,000. So there's something a little off there. Okay, reading. I have been reading, finally, the Anita Blake series by Laurel K. Hamilton. Always a one for a bit of a vampire novel, happy to admit that. These are basically a series of novels about a vampire hunter called Anita Blake. They are seriously cheesy, but really good fun. So if any way you enjoy kind of, you know, vampire, werewolf, romance drama with a little bit of kind of crime mystery thrown in, she kind of meshes all the genres together there. And just want a light read. They're really good. I've been reading quite a few kind of fairly intellectual, feminist-based books recently that have expanded my mind, but made me fairly angry also at the same time. So I thought I needed something a little bit fluffy. Read the first one and have kind of read about 5 in the series in the last couple of months. So they are that addictive. So beware your Kindle spend on those. I will try and read something slightly more worthy next month maybe. But do you know what? At the end of the day, if you enjoy a book, again, I'm not too worried about how intellectual it is. If you enjoy it and it brings you some pleasure from reading it, then I say it's a good book. In the home. Okay, so homewares. We went to IKEA, as you will have seen from one of my weekly vlogs recently. And I'd say the thing that I have enjoyed most, are you ready for this? Because it's very cool, is my laptop table. It's like a lap desk, I think they call them. I can't remember the IKEA name. Oh, here we go. Bilan. It's called Bilan. Say hi to Bilan. I obviously got the colourful one. Obviously it upsets me slightly that there's some black in there, but there's so many other colours I can cope. I've used this so much. How did I live without a lap desk? Working from home, I sit on the sofa quite a lot, just to kind of catch up on stuff. I try and work from my desk when I can because it feels like more professional and I get more done. But sometimes you want a bit of sofa action. And this is brilliant. I used to kind of balance my laptop or iPad or whatever on cushions on my lap, and that was not particularly stable. Whereas this has got like a bean bag thing, so it sort of molds to your legs and you can just sit with it, and it's got a little curvy bit that you can put round you, put your laptop on and work away. So you know, not the most necessarily exciting of purchases, but really, really handy, and I've used it loads. And I can imagine that when the winter months come and I want to boffice it, that is the bed office, that when my flat gets absolutely freezing, I do sometimes, you know, delve under the duvet and work from there, that it will also be incredibly useful then as well. Okay, watching. What have I been watching? Well, I pretty much devoured, in very few sittings, The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. Firstly, just a warning, if you do decide to watch this on Netflix, you will have the theme tune stuck in your head for months afterwards. It's quite catchy, but I love this series. It's brilliant. It's written by Tina Fey, so if you're having kind of a 30 Rock withdrawal, it's amazing. The main character, Kimmy, was kidnapped when she was 15 and locked in a bunker by a crazy preacher who decided that the apocalypse was going to come in 2012, and basically, obviously the apocalypse did not come. He was crazy. They're freed 15 years later. She has to emerge into the world. She decides to go and live in New York and make a life for herself. And it's just brilliant. She is just like a ray of sunshine. Her wardrobe is amazing, because I always notice the wardrobe. She wears so many bright colours. It's just really, really funny. So if you want something that's just going to bring some joy into your life but is also hilarious, and has that kind of trademark Tina Fey wit, then please do go for it. Go and watch The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt on Netflix. And what have I been listening to? Well, I love a podcast. I listen to podcasts when I'm at the gym, I listen to them in the car, and I am at the moment completely addicted to Dusted, which is an amazing podcast from a couple who run an initiative called Story Wonk, and it's a episode by episode breakdown, a kind of a literary analysis of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So yeah, vampire novels, vampire podcast. Obviously I'm refusing to leave my teens behind, but it's brilliant. If you liked Buffy the Vampire Slayer, please listen to it. If you've never watched Buffy the Vampire Slayer but fancy watching it, oh my god, it would be such a more kind of rewarding experience if you listen to these podcasts as you watch it. They break each episode down, they talk about the story, they talk about the characters, they kind of analyse it. It's just so nerdy. It's taking a nerdy program and just like putting some geeky icing on top, and it's brilliant. I love it. They are up to season 3 of Buffy now. There are 7 seasons of Buffy, so I am over the moon that there are years worth of this podcast to come, and they're going to do Angel as well, which is the spin-off from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So yeah, if you in any way enjoy Buffy the Vampire Slayer, you will love Dusted. Listening to it is like rewatching Buffy all over again, but even better because it's got people who know what they're talking about it, instead of just me and a load of teenage girls in chat rooms online discussing why we love Spike so much. And I still do love Spike, to be honest. So, and my final favourite for this month is another listening. It's music. Again, actually I was going to say reliving my teenage years, but I think actually I'm so old that this is just reliving my 20s. Ooh, guess who has a new album out? Only Kelly Clarkson of original American Idol fame. Oh yes. It's Poptacular joyfulness in an album. It's really good. I love a bit of Kelly Clarkson, and I've been listening to this album on repeat. So again, if you like a bit of pop music, which I do, I will pop a link through to that album there. I've been really enjoying listening to it on Spotify recently. There's everything. There's the ballads, there's the upbeat pop songs, there's the catchy things that will stick in your head forever. And this has not replaced the Taylor Swift album as my sort of pop album of recent times, but you know, Taylor Swift was so last year. So Kelly Clarkson, if you like a bit of pop, check it out. Right, thank you for watching my April favourites. I'm hoping you enjoyed that. I've really enjoyed making it. So hopefully you'll be back next month with another lot of favourites for you. I hope you've enjoyed that I've kind of looked at other things as well as beauty and fashion. So yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know if you have any other recommendations for me, if you love any of the things that I've mentioned in this video either, and maybe just give me like a digital thumbs up to keep the motivation going for the vlogging, because yeah, it's been over a month now and I'm still going. Get me. See you next month.